The Missouri Credit Union Miracles for Kids Radiothon.
Miracles are made by people like you. Together we can help the kids.
On Y107.
It is Cosmo and Kat live here at the Radiothon. Christian in studio here on Y107. And the phones, 866-970-GIVE. Of course, way more ways to give. That's great radio. Way more ways. Whatever. That's what happens when you ask a morning guy to come back and do it again. Venmo, text. You can text text Miracle to 51555. Online, we've got links for you. And every time you hear that bell ring with Missouri Vein Care, that means another Miracle Maker has been made. And one of the stories that we've told for years on Radiothon, gosh, you're 14 years old?
Yeah, I am.
14? How is Aris 14?
I don't know how.
I think we recorded a story, I can't even remember now how many years ago it was, with like a miniature drum kit or something in the production room. We were doing something crazy. I don't know. But you still play the drums a little bit?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Nice. Are you in the band?
Yes, I'm in concert band.
Sweet.
That's pretty awesome. Now, you don't remember this time. Can you give the mic to your mom real quick? Obviously, Aris doesn't remember this, but he was born at 24 weeks.
Yes, he was.
That's scary. Take us to what happened. When did you realize that things were going to go the way of way early birth?
So I was in a lot of pain, going to the emergency room. They discovered that I had a placenta abruption, so they just said that I'd be on bed rest for the remainder of the pregnancy. So I figured for about 16 weeks I'd be on bed rest. But as they continued to do vitals and ultrasounds, they realized the severity of that placenta abruption. And so they were not able to see him through the ultrasound because I had lost so much fluid. So they ended up trying to give me steroid shots to help with his lung development. But ultimately, he was born within a couple of hours of me showing up. And it was just a wild ride. So, he was there for 7 months.
7 months. Man.
Just really quick.
I could not even imagine.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, and and again, it goes back, we hear from moms like yourself all the time of you just never know, and here you are like, okay, bed rest, great. What does this mean? Wait, what? Okay, and the range of emotions going from, okay, yeah, whatever, kind of, to probably the worst fear you've ever experienced.
Yeah, absolutely. We were kind of young, too, so we were 20 years old, my husband and I, so we were still kind of babies ourselves, and we had to grow up pretty quickly. And I think I heard Kennedy's mom earlier talking about the things that you don't really get to experience when you have a micropreemie like that. One of those being, being able to hold your baby or hear them cry or seeing them in clothes, and that is all very raw.
Well, she mentioned it was a month before she could hold her own child. Same a month?
He actually, I got to hold him on my birthday, my 21st birthday. So that was what I did on my 21st birthday, is I got to hold Aris for the first time.
But how long was that? I mean, how long before you actually got to hold?
It was a month.
A month.
To the day.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I can't even imagine. If it's a couple minutes, in delivery, you're like, okay, baby's crying. Okay, clean him up. Give him. Let's go. Skin to skin. Let's go.
And the crying too. That was like hearing him cry for the first time. He got the incubator out, his tube out 3 months. So the first time I heard him cry was when he was 3 months old. So it was like a beautiful. Most parents are like, oh, baby's crying again. It's like, oh my gosh, he's crying.
I can't even imagine. 1 pound 2 ounces. 7 months in the NICU unit, and we look at our board here at Radiothon, and we see that there's 44 babies that were like that. They wrote the smallest weight in the smallest print. I can't even see what they say the smallest is, but tiny. Tiny. When you look at your iPhones in your car, that's literally the size of some of these kiddos over there. As you look over and you got a 14-year-old football drumming kid, mustache, ready to drive any minute now.
He's even sporting a stash now. Yeah, that's awesome.
What do you guys think when you look at this entire journey?
It's just been a wild ride. we're really grateful for the Women's and Children's Hospital and the journey that we had while we were there. You know, you hear it all the time, but they really do become like family. After he was discharged from the hospital, the therapy appointments and all the support you get, we still had to have nursing at home for quite a while.
Yeah, because he came home on feeding tube, like full feeding tubes, oxygen,
yep,
all
absolutely.
of that.
And you utilize all their services, and it's just amazing. And now he's 14 and a firecracker.
And and so he's great now. So no heart problems or surgeries or anything like that.
He is. He's on the spectrum, but other than that, being a little bit below height and weight for most 14-year-old boys, he's perfect. You would never be able to tell that he had the journey that he did.
So, Lacie, if you were to talk to another mother that's listening, what time is it? 3-something in the afternoon. They're in the pickup line probably right now, stuck sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, make this stop." But if you could talk to them about why it's so important to give and be a miracle maker to this hospital.
I think, you just never know when you or someone you know is going to have to utilize the hospital to that extent, whether it's a sick kid or premature baby or a car accident. I actually became a miracle maker at 18, and I never knew I would have to use. I was listening to the Radiothon, crying in my car. I'm like, I have to do that. And then 2 years later, I was going to need to utilize everything from them. To a pretty extensive, 7 months was a long time, and then after. So, if you're driving or listening at all, I mean, $20 a month is not that much, and you're just helping a lot of families and children. And
even if you can't do the miracle maker,
just do it.
Maybe somebody should text Nike and tell them that's a good idea for a slogan.
Yeah.
Even if you can't do the $20 a month, one-time gift. If you can do $40 one time, let's do it. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of Children's Hospital being a CMN hospital, that would be perfect.
So, Aris, you are like a rock star now. You can.
Really,
there is nothing that you. No, admit it. Like, there's nothing that you can't do now. How do you feel about looking back at your life, your 14 years, like knowing everything you've had to overcome? How does that make you feel, and how does that drive you to live life the way that you do?
It makes me feel, that I did, I overcame an obstacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
That's perfect. Well, just looking at this picture of you in your football gear and everything, I mean, that's probably something that not many people when you were younger thought that would be a possibility.
Yeah.
And you keep nailing it, so it's awesome. What do you think? What's next? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? Do you know? Any idea? I know you're only 14. Put him on the spot.
I make scripts for videos that I write.
Oh, very cool.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, we got to talk.
Yeah, we need some videos for the morning show sometime, so we'll be in touch. Well, I know we need to get you going to some of the other stations, but thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
You got it. All right, and keep those phones ringing right now. We need more miracle makers. Aris is 14. Let's get 14. If we can get 14 more real quick. Call or text. You can Venmo as well. We've got all the links up online at y107.com.